Life is good. Let's talk about it.
Habla.
Life is good. Don't stress about it. Life is good. Just live your life. Life is good.
Alrighty, baby.
Love it.
What episode are we on now?
We said we are.
14.
What's 14, right?
Yeah.
I was talking
Episode
13 last time,
Last
right?
time was 13. We
Somebody
are
was explaining
14.
about 13. Somebody saying, yeah, 13. Wow, 14.
14.
So what can we say about number
But
14?
no, today, what is today's number like out of?
It's the
Today, the 27th,
It's
9th.
the 27th, so it's a 9th. So
Yeah,
it's
okay.
a 9 number.
Okay, it's 9 if you take 2 in 9, but if you put everything
Turns
together.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well then.
That's actually the
that was
number.
dirty,
That's secondary
Yeah,
number.
the way we've been doing it.
Four.
Dirt.
4, 2, 6, 7.
I'm taking these off.
Me.
So let's calculate together. So 4, it's April, all right? So 4 plus 2, it's 6. Plus 7, it's 11, 13, right? 13. Then we have 2002, so it's 15. Plus
Wait,
we
it's 5.
2000.
It's a 5.
Well, quick, good comeback, girl. Good comeback,
But you
girl.
calculate, we're doing this all together.
No, I had done it
Teach our
earlier.
audience how that works.
So you take
So let's travel.
Okay.
Yes.
So for numerology.
Come with me, walk with me.
Yes.
Let's walk, let's talk.
So let me explain it. Numerology, how you calculate what your number is you take the date, the month, the date, and the year. So today is 4/27/2026. So you're going to take 4 plus 2 plus 7 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 equals, and that's where we get the 5.
So what's it equals to?
It equals 5. I was like, it actually came out to 23. So that's why I kind of paused there, because I was like, wait, but then you take the 2 plus 3, because you always break it down. The only time you don't break down your numbers is for the master numbers, which are 11, 22, and 33.
And I don't know, lately also Gary was talking about 23, something special about 23, and I don't know what is it.
I know he did, well, I know Michael Jordan's number is
No,
23.
because he born...
Because of his favorite, it's his favorite numbers.
Un momento, por favor.
Or lucky numbers.
Un momento, por favor. 23. So Michael Jackson born February 1963.
Correct.
So his first month, and the last digit is the lucky number. So let's say what's my lucky number? I born May 11, 1980. So my lucky number, May is 5th. 80 is the last 80. It's the 80. The 0 it's the last number. So the first month and the last number. So that's 50 is my lucky number.
Correct.
Funny thing is, one
Mine's
day
42.
I saw some guy he's doing the dirt biking, and in dirt bike it was the numbers following numbers. It was the numbers is following numbers. It was 11 and 50, and I think one number it was, I don't remember, 07. All those 3 numbers relate to me. He's on his bike.
Wow.
And I contacted him. Are you by any chance, born 1980, May 11? Because all the numbers, it's kind of my numbers. It was amazing.
Was he?
Great.
And no, I said it was silly for me to contact for that meter. I'm gonna find you. He does a lot of YouTube, so I'm gonna find you. It's gonna be
Well,
funny.
we got to call somebody and figure that out too later in the show.
We're gonna have somebody actually. I have somebody.
Oh, you
who
do?
wanna Yes,
Oh,
we
that's
do.
we're gonna.
Sam is a cool guy. But you know what? I guess we'll figure it out today. I sent to the group, our group. We opened the business.
I saw
Yeah.
that.
I want to give you. Not everybody got it, but I'll
The
show it to you.
28th, right?
More than that. I'm gonna walk you through.
Okay.
So it was open January 28, 2026. Okay. Un momento, por favor.
I'm not saying anything. You just see the expressions on my face.
So the thing is, that January is the first month. It's number 1. 2 in 8, it's 10. It's 1. Then if you add all the numbers, 2026, it's to 1. So we still got 3 ones.
1, 1, 1.
Wow.
1, 1, 1.
That's pretty cool.
And we find out she opened that on 28 and she filed on 30th, January 30th.
Okay.
So 30 is the day of communication. So this company we opened for communication. That was for the software.
Yeah.
So actually, if we
Wow.
actually nailed
I know,
it,
right?
Today I went to the bank.
telling you.
I told with the bank. I today.
It's a $1 billion business.
Right. I went to the bank today. He says, we need to open an account. I told him, ma'am, are we bringing here? I want to open, I brought you $1 million business, which is our business. I want to open an account.
Absolutely. That's going to be, it's
And that
going to be a
wasn't
good.
Was that intentional?
I think on 28 was attention. I told her to do on 28, but I didn't calculate the January, and then I calculated the 2026. When today I saw on paper, lately everything I put numbers. And lately everything I do is for me kind of normalized.
Numerology, yeah.
Everything's kind of with numbers, And I see also Amanda put on the door number 8.
She put number 8. I saw that.
I have the 8 that you guys put on top of your door on top of my address. And my address equals a 9. So when you add the 8,
And
it makes
9,
it 17, which is now
that's
an 8.
my lucky number. I just found out my lucky number is 8 also. from the
Yin yang.
Yeah, yeah.
formula you gave earlier.
They say
Wonderful,
they say people
wonderful.
think that you're going to be rich because you're a number 8. Doesn't always mean that. It's kind of, it's the infinity sign. So you lose some, you win some type of. So doesn't always mean money, but it can mean money.
Sometimes it means you're a bitch.
Louis is just
We could be
should not left field there.
But matter of fact is, I actually give the recipe for number 8. I told you if you give good donations, you're gonna get
You
the
get it back.
money.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the recipe,
Yeah,
but not
yeah.
everybody does
Yeah.
it.
Give,
And that's
give.
what we're gonna do here. We're gonna give donations, and we're gonna get back.
Are we
And
going to have a
plus-
sweepstake soon? Like in a couple months, we're going to have some sweepstakes?
Yes, actually, guys, who's it coming for? We're gonna be giving away iWatch and a
Ooh.
couple hot tools for ladies, like a blow dry and flat iron, and then other small things. It's gonna be live in 2 weeks from now.
How do they get it? How do they enter?
We obviously gonna promote to the show, and we're probably gonna send email blasts who our customers already subscribed on our email blast. If you want today, you can subscribe. So we're definitely gonna share this through YouTube, through Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
So you're talking about the signature, our signature tool, your signature tools.
Yeah, the
hot,
sweepstakes.
the professional quality.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
From a
the
hair
blow dryer
salon.
and straightener. Oh my goodness.
That's how
How
much
much
Yeah.
is the blow dryers are what? An Oreo blow
They're
dryer?
not-
How much?
They're not like
Yeah.
$30.
Yeah,
They
it's
are
not- it's not a
high-end.
little blow dryer
We're talking
from
about
Walmart.
we're talking
Absolutely.
about iWatch by Apple. Then we're talking about professional hot tools, like a blow dry costs around $250.
They're good.
And brushes, a flat iron, amazing stuff. Also some hair samples.
So prices that pretty much will be like what, $500-600, something like that altogether.
It's not about price. It's about sharing.
and it's about the quality of the items.
I said prizes.
prices, definitely.
I said prizes.
Hey,
not
the-
prices.
Yeah, I thought some prices too.
That's
said
why I
prizes
got
that are,
excited
you know,
about us giving away the.
Maybe almost $1,000 worth of prizes.
Absolutely.
100%.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
I got excited.
And all you got to do is subscribe.
Subscribe and follow us. And
Yeah.
many things coming. That's going to be our show. We'll be giving a lot of things away during the year.
Yeah.
And when it comes around our direction, we'll be giving a giveaway. All right, let's start. So we said episode 14.
14.
So we start with, you going to start me? So you want to start? You came with the homework. Seems everything's ready.
No,
Let's go.
no. What are you talking about? I didn't come with anything. Listen. I was going to talk about. I did the math of today was the 27th, not what podcast number were we doing. So
You can go with secondary numbers. It counts.
so there's 9. No. So today is the 27th, and it's a 9-day, and so I'm a 9. And how you figure that out is your birthday. Like I said earlier, you calculate the month, the day, and the year. If it comes out to 27, you then break that down into it's a single digit, 1 through 9. There are master numbers, 11, 22, 33. Those you do not break down. So, but for 9s, I know I'm a 9, so I know a lot about 9s, but I did not realize how many people were of like celebrities, like so that we all know are nines, and a
Name
common
one.
trait.
Name one celebrities.
Justin Bieber,
Ooh. Okay.
Nelson Mandela,
Wow. A 9 also?
Whitney Houston, Jim Carrey.
Houston.
Wow.
Yeah, there. I mean, I do have a list. Zendaya.
Ooh.
Yep.
Now we're getting there.
Nicki Minaj. You know what?
Hey.
Just Nicki Minaj. I didn't realize that she was my age. That she was.
Really?
Yeah. She. How old would you
Wow.
think she is?
She was perpetually like 32.
Yeah,
in my
30
mind.
something.
In my mind, she was like
Right?
forever 32 though.
30 something.
Yeah.
Like her age never changed.
I guess she never changed, right? Since
Yeah,
she first
that's
came out.
It never. I never really thought about her age because it was almost like a cartoon character, almost. Not cartoon character, but you know how like in the cartoons they never age.
She's the year of the dog.
They stay the same age for the whole series
Yeah.
or whatever. And that's kind of like with Nicki Minaj. She's still
She
the
has.
sex kitten, sex symbol rapper that she was to begin with. That's still her. That's
Yeah.
All I know is she got a big old ass.
see
Big ol'.
You see what I'm
Got
saying?
that big culo.
So, you know, that's funny. So I know about number 7.
Well, who else?
Elon-
Number
Elon
seven?
Musk. A lot of
yes.
geniuses.
Yes.
Wow.
A lot of
Hopkins.
yes.
Not Elon is genius, number 7.
No.
I think
I heard that too. Yep.
Princess Diana.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
That's the guy who actually, Hopkins.
who,
Hopkins, how is he like invalid kind of? He's like,
oh, the guy that's in the wheelchair?
yeah.
Hawkins. Stephen
Hawkins.
Stephen
Stephen
Hawkins.
Hawkins.
Stephen Hawkins.
Johnny
Okay.
Depp,
He's amazing.
Julia Roberts,
Wow.
Nikola Tesla.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
So,
lot
ma'am,
of very intelligent people on that 7 list there.
Oh yeah, I told you probably enough, right?
How about Einstein?
Einstein 7.
Yeah.
He's the first one.
Nice.
Guys, when you come next time, walk to the here. Plus, shake our hands deeply.
Wait, what was that?
Shake our hands deeply.
Oh, yes.
Please.
Well, you guys are knowledgeable. You guys would choose to know information over taking maybe, let's say, $1 million. If you said, like, you know, what would you have? Would you want all the knowledge in the world, or would you want $1 million? 7s are known to want the knowledge.
If you
The knowledge
have all
is
the
power.
knowledge, then you can have all
Exactly.
the
You got it.
Nothing.
You got it.
Yeah, not always, but it's like you actually make it happen.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So
you know
it's-
how you can figure out how to make that. So that's nothing.
So the numerology is so right. It's kind of like you can actually see all those people I pointed by numbers. You obviously physically can tell you actually know them. They are actually extremely different from others by their numbers, you know, and also the number 9 she's mentioning. Obviously, the number 9s are easygoing, kind of, you know, adapt to the society,
adaptable.
right?
Easy.
So and they easygoing, I guess.
There is another trait. If you like, when I was going down the list and kind of why I was like, wow, all of these celebrities are 9s, like Whitney Houston, Justin Bieber, Elvis Presley.
And they're all drugs.
Ding, 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 ding. He went, and I was like, wow, you know, they all have had issues with drugs. So, with that said, it's almost like they have this pain that they have to like get out and talk about. They, you know, it's like they learn these life lessons, and then they're there to share it, to be a voice, a platform. So it was just, I found
Maybe
it
because
very,
they're
they
doing-
lose things and then they evolve, you know? And
safe.
Maybe because they use too much drugs and they can't be creative.
Hey, man.
wait, that it hindered their creativeness, or that they became creative?
Because the drugs, maybe they come to one of the drugs can be creative, or maybe more.
I'm going to throw out a very, very unpopular like opinion about drugs. But I was talking to somebody about this the other day. And, you know, the government doesn't want you to do, and this is, I'm a conspiracy theorist. Let's just throw that out there. So the government, why don't they want you doing drugs? Like, they say it's bad for you, but then when you start thinking about it, everything that we have been taught
Certain drugs are.
is
Certain
wrong.
drugs.
Well, listen,
But
I'm
question,
not,
how do you know they don't want you to do it? It's
They're
maybe
illegal.
think-
There's
They're
rules.
illegal.
I mean, there's
no,
laws.
they're illegal because they, you know, it's illegal by society, kind of.
No, there's laws. Like you get caught with
But I told in
anything
Canada
that's not
right
prescribed.
now, if you go to Canada, I think they made cocaine legal.
Really?
Oh, I think so.
I'm
Some
moving to
countries,
Can- No, I'm just
everything
kidding.
is legal.
I could care less.
You go to
about
Europe and all the drugs are legal. All of it. You can do heroin, cocaine, whatever you want.
Yeah. And they find out they made the heroin in some countries available because people can go get subscription.
And that actually it worked. It was successful.
Correct.
It absolutely was successful. It changed the addicts in, I think it's Switzerland. I want to say it's Switzerland or Sweden one. But
It's a European country.
the addicts, they go to the doctor, they get their shot, they go to work. They have
They're functioning druggies.
they're still addicts, but they are functioning. They are not a drain on society. They're not going and rocking into people's houses.
And there's no crimes or anything
The
like-
crime
but you know what? We
dropped
adopted
so much,
that.
like 80%. It dropped.
We adopted it in San Francisco and certain states, and it doesn't work here.
It's they
an
do the
all or
needle
nothing
exchange
thing,
program.
too, though. It's an all or nothing thing. It's not. You can't. This one does it this way, and this one does it like it has.
No,
to
over
be.
here they turned it into drugs for everybody. You're on the street and you're already bent over, and they're like, "Here you go, free heroin, free drugs, fentanyl. What do you want?"
That's what I'm saying. It
And they
can't
give you
be-
room
it
and
can't
board.
It has to be a structure. It has to be the same structure all the way across the border. It would never work.
In
That's
2
why-
minutes, we're going to have a phone call coming 6 o'clock.
That's
so guys,
right.
Yeah.
6
Okay.
o'clock, going to be a phone call coming in. So it's one of the audience.
Oh.
So they will probably have some questions. Maybe if Miss Numerology is here, she can give some breakdown.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey,
Numerology.
let's bring him.
Bring it
Bring it
on.
on.
Bring it
Yep,
on.
Bring it on.
So Tim is going to call 6 o'clock, and we're going to have probably guests once a while. We just can tell them about the map, working,
I like that. That
and
sounds
maybe you
good.
can tell them a couple of things we already know about numerology. Can inspire people, can make their life easy.
Absolutely.
Or,
I love
give them some ideas.
And,
I love
and listen,
it.
I don't think numerology is something that you like say, okay, I'm only going by numerology. It's not to, replace a religion. It's not to replace, it's just kind of a way of guiding you.
It's
and
curious.
and it
I'll
makes
tell you that.
sense.
You sent me some stuff, and I was like,
Yeah.
wow, that's about 95% right.
Yeah.
I was just,
I
and if
knew.
nothing else, it's very interesting.
The 5% were the part that I felt like, I ain't like that. But probably deep down inside, I am.
But yeah, it really does. I mean, unless you have your exact time of birth, then you can kind of get more specific onto you. But, then again, there are probably other people that are born at the same time, same day.
Right.
So it's a generalization.
It's
but
like
it's
the
pretty on
horoscope.
point.
I look at it like the horoscope. They're
Yeah.
like, okay, this week, Capricorn, you're gonna have love, and I'm like thinking about it. Really, my grandfather's 95 years
There's
old. He's gonna
always
find love this week.
exceptions
No,
to the
but
rule.
it's okay.
There's
It's
always
okay. I think
exceptions to the rule.
weekly kind of. It's weekly. Okay, weekly. It's kind of. It's kind of they have stars. Mm-hmm. So sometimes some on stars they have something. Some stars can be available.
Right.
So you have more energy towards that direction. It's kind of it's all about how to read it, but it's not. It's generalization. It can be on everyone.
Right, it's not
Yeah, but
specific.
you know what happens? Like about this, I think it gives to people hope.
Right, it does. It does.
And it kind of gives them kind
People
of
like to hear positivity.
And
It's your
also-
personality traits. It kind of lets you in on the psychology of who somebody is.
Yeah.
That's what.
Also,
it is.
I can tell those people who do the reading in coffee, the reading on coffee, on the things people put you. What I think is the people actually come to them and they put ideas in their head. And some majority of things they maybe things
Manipulate.
maybe they're gonna start believing. Those people start believing it, and maybe something's come alive because they start believing.
But once what you're focused on is what you're going to see.
You're gonna manifest.
Just like
Right.
every time you buy a new car, you start seeing that kind of car.
Yeah, because
Oh,
you pay
for
attention.
sure.
Yeah.
That's what you're focused on.
Yeah,
But I will
That's-
say, I see 1111 or 111
I keep seeing that
all the time. And it's not just on the clock because obviously in a day you'll see it 4 times. So it could be habit. Let's throw it. But I'll see it. I'll be watching a movie and I'll pause it and it'll say like I have an hour and 11
Right,
minutes
and 11
left.
minutes left.
Like that's something that is not.
You want to
All
hear
one.
something?
And my mom is an 1111
I want to tell you something.
with her birthday.
Wow.
Yeah,
I want to tell you something.
and a dragon my enemy year.
I want to tell you something personal.
What?
My aunt, before she died, she saw the same thing like you seeing today.
A lot of people see it though.
before
Well, you're
she
going to be a
died.
stay smart ass comment though. I'm just waiting for it because that's too that.
I'm waiting for what the fuck is your
Before
problem?
she passed away, she saw those numbers all the time.
Well, let's just. I mean, I've been saying it for like 20 years, so
Maybe you're gonna die.
I was gonna say
we know that there's a death code. Come on.
I have always.
Yeah,
I make a wish
can't
on
tell you-
11/11.
I can tell you what year will die, what animal.
I know,
what-
based off I'm a
what's
dog,
that?
so in the year of a dragon.
No.
That's my enemy
No,
animal.
when your son.
He's a Pisces.
No, what year you born?
In 2019.
2019. What year it was? 2019. It was 6 years ago. 6 years
He's a
ago.
pig.
He's a pig? No. He's a pig?
He's a pig. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
So you're supposed to die in the year of the snake.
correct. And last year was
thought
the
you
year of
said
a snake. 2025, right?
So she can die snake. It was last year's snake.
So-
she can die in 24
Another
years.
11 years
or
from
12
here.
years. 11 is from today.
At the very least.
Or 24 or 36. With NAD, she's gonna live probably up to
yeah.
100 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
I think the point is you're gonna fucking die,
You,
Where
Yeah.
no matter what
We're
year.
all
But there are-
one of these days.
there's if you
You don't get
believe
out
in
alive.
coincidences, then that's one thing. But I don't believe in coincidence.
not
so I
really.
believe that there
that
are
everything's already planned out
different
and done.
That there's different
So-
meanings and energy plays a big role in it.
I can tell you if people can change the luck by, let's say somebody obviously you say like it's a roding like
Absolutely.
you're supposed to die in the summertime, but I know stories if you do donations, that can save your life. I think as guest calling, are we ready?
Yeah.
So everybody can hear, right? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Hey!
Hello.
Hey, who is it?
It's Mr. Beny from the Beny Podcast Show. We here with Amanda Justice, Shannon, and Luis Perez here.
I can't believe it.
With the song.
Oh my God.
Life
Hey,
is
the
good.
Benny Show.
Life is good.
How you doing, guys? I feel the energy from here.
You feel it?
Yeah.
Feel it, baby.
I
feel
love
it.
that.
Shannon,
Yeah.
I love it.
Shannon, he's yours today.
Okay.
You just give him, Mr.
So-
Orion. Can you give us? We're gonna tell you a little bit. Because we have Shannon here. She does what she does. She's open and
Okay.
numerology about. She can tell your future, your present,
Love
what
to
business
know
can be, what your future expectation for your future. She can tell you
Oh, that's
all that.
exciting.
But you have to only give us your birthday. Okay? Do you mind to share your birthday?
I say November 29th,
Wait.
1999.
No.
What was
91,
it?
sorry.
Can you repeat it?
yourself again, please?
It's November 29th, 1991.
1991. All
Wow,
right.
you are a young
Young blood.
person.
Yeah.
Young blood. We can feel
What
you.
I would give to be born in 1991.
Oh yeah.
Makes me sound so
You know what
old.
my first question is?
What is it?
What
sir?
is it?
Is my first million coming soon?
Well, I am not a psychic or nor
fortune
can I
teller.
tell the future, but I can tell you about your personality and characteristics and yeah, just a little bit about you. So you,
Okay.
with your birthday, you're actually a life path number 6. And how I got that was I added your birthday, 11 plus 29 plus 1991, and that equals 6. And you're
Okay.
that's kind of, are you a lover or like a provider?
Both.
All right.
A loving provider.
So 100%, 100% so far.
Yep.
So you give off a lot of relationship energy.
Okay.
You're a 6. So a man that's a 6 is protective, nurturing, family oriented. You want to build something real, like whether that's your home stability or, you know, even with your
That's pretty
partnership.
accurate. Okay, keep going.
You want a wife. If you're not, I don't know if you're married or not, but you want a wife, not just a
I'm
girlfriend.
married.
All right, there we go.
With 2 kids.
How many kids?
2.
2.
Oh,
Make it easy for you.
yeah. Just
She could
asking you a
predict it for
question.
you.
Just asking you a question. Just if you're a
Listen,
family man, I know you want kids,
I want a real prediction. I don't want surprises. You know what I mean?
right? Nobody wants. Yeah, surprises are no good.
Exactly. I want to know exactly what's going on. All right, give it to me, please.
So I can tell
I'm
you
actually-
like a
it's
little bit
actually interesting for me.
about your shadow side. So
okay.
a man that is a 6 can become controlling and overly opinionated, and
Okay.
feels like he's doing everything and not ever feeling appreciated for what he does.
Again?
So you don't always feel appreciated for the work that you do.
Okay.
And you try to fix, or like a lot of us do, like save people.
Absolutely.
And
You're 10 out of 10 so far.
wow.
Did someone give you information on it?
No, not at all. Not at all. This is the first time that I'm even hearing that you were calling in.
That's
So
way too accurate. Okay, keep going.
thank
Keep
you.
going.
So let me see your birthday energy. This is where it kind of gets interesting. So 29 reduces to 11, and 11's a master number.
Okay. I am a
So
master.
yep. So there's 3 master numbers. There's 11, 22, and 33. So
Okay.
those are more older souls. Like you've already been through numbers 1 through 9, and now you're on a bigger quest this lifetime.
In which aspects?
So it's 11. You're intuitive, you're emotional, and you're spiritually sensitive.
Okay.
Does that sound like you or no?
That's 10 out of 10. So
Wow.
I keep my mouth quiet because I want to hear more.
Okay. All right.
Otherwise, I would start asking more questions, but you're too accurate, so I just let you speak.
Hey, that's amazing. I'll take it.
Right.
So 11 energy, you add. You can read people fast. If you sometimes can overthink or get in your head. But you appreciate those intense connections.
What is it again? Sorry.
You appreciate, or you're drawn to meaningful, intense connections with people.
Okay.
Not
okay.
surface level, just
Right.
beyond.
Connections.
And
Oh my God. Okay. Are you sure it's not a prank?
Somebody did.
Wifey,
Somebody
are
gave
you
him.
there?
did you tell him to agree with me?
He's saying, wifey, are you
My
there?
wife is with you right now, right? It's one of these pranks.
You know?
No.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Then keep going.
So how you show up? So you said you're married. So you're in a
Right.
relationship. So I'm assuming, based off your birthday, that you're very loyal, protective, invested, and I think I said this earlier. You want to build a future.
Loyal. It's a joke.
I love the jokes. I love it. That was great. So that's at your best, by the way. So those are your good qualities. So at your worst, or maybe not so good qualities.
No one wants to see my worst.
Again, I think I mentioned
let's
this.
He said,
not
"Come
speak
on
about
with
my
it." He
words,
said, "Come
please.
on with it."
No,
Let's not
we've
speak
honestly.
Oh,
about
he
my
said, "No,
words.
let's not."
Yeah, I've already actually gone over them earlier, but like it was, you're controlling, you're critical. You withdraw when you're
I like
overwhelmed.
things my way, absolutely.
Yeah. Don't we all,
Don't we
though?
all?
Right?
We all do, don't we?
But now they can get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Can you be passive aggressive?
Pegally.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then again, like I told you earlier, you feel unappreciated very quickly. That's something.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
This one is the most probably accurate you have. Very quickly.
What do you do for a
Very
living?
quickly. Now, what is your name? I missed it.
My name is Shannon.
And that's what you do, right?
I'm into
Because
numerology.
It was so accurate. Then you must come from that industry, which is lovely, amazing. I actually always want to speak to someone, and I left messages to the Beny Show because I keep watching you guys, and I see so many contents that are so interesting. And I left a message when I saw that you guys going up with the numerology and all of that.
Oh, that's
The message.
awesome.
I'm so happy you guys called me. This was amazing.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for watching.
Now another question.
actual listener.
Yeah.
What do you think about my future financial wise?
Financial wise, that, I mean, I'm, like I said, I'm not a fortune teller. I can only kind of tell you like stuff about you and your personality and your character, your traits that you could carry.
So by the personality,
I would love to say you're going to be rich. You're going to be rich.
Personality you represented, something good going to happen. So
I can help you with that.
Yeah.
I can help you with that. So
Take it.
according to what we
Okay.
can do, you number 11. So get some number 6. Number 6, they actually what they say, because you are a home guy, you're a family guy. So basically based to home. So real estate can be your good way to go if you choose to
Okay.
go to real estate, because real estate can be good industry for you to go.
Interesting.
100%. And because you also number 11, you're charismatic. Doesn't matter what you want to put your mind into. You'll be successful as long you control your emotions. So you have to control your emotions. If you control your emotions, don't let to get into your head too fast. Don't respond too fast. Do you believe me? Things gonna happen better for you, because what happens, one of the things 11 has, it being emotional, reactional. Sometimes they cannot
and I have a
hold
lot of
pressure.
11s in my number. 2, 9, 11.
So 6 is
Wow.
your main number, and the second number it's 11. So basically they both work, and because also you have the Western astrology. You are obviously born 1991. 1991 is the year of the goat. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, goat, it's actually all about money. They love money, the goat. Okay. Second, also I know you're Sagittarius. Sagittarius, they're on fire. You have so
True.
much in you, did not been told yet, but it's all this going to increase. It's not by only numerology. Numerology helps to realize who you are. I think Miss Shannon did very amazing job to tell you who you are and what you actually, the personality. It's amazing to know about you a little bit. So that's obviously you, but the only thing after you know yourself, what you're going to do with it. All right, that's the whole about it. People hear, beautiful, we know who you are, but maybe now you should maybe go keep researching about yourself, what your benefits when you have some years. So I can tell you, because you're born goat year, so you have to stay away from ox year. Okay, ox year, it's your enemy year. So basically it means when it comes to your enemy year, you have to slow down. All right, it means you don't have to do
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
you don't have to do big investments or big moves, stuff like that, because it's not gonna
Take
work.
it easy.
Right. So let me explain to you what that means. So what all this means, it's about energy. Give you example.
Okay.
So sometimes when I don't know if you're aware, when you were riding on the bicycle, when you feel the wind behind you pushing you, you were going faster. When you have wind in front of you stopping you, so these kind of things. When your energy to your benefits, it doesn't mean you're not gonna get it there, but when your energy to
I
your
see what you're
benefit,
saying.
you go
Absolutely.
faster. But if you have energy against you have a wind against you, it's slowing you down. Okay, so that's how energy basically works.
Which means when I see the moment, I need to push.
100%,
extra,
yes,
and it will come
right.
faster. I understand what you're saying.
It's when you feel the momentum, it's also what the beautiful about the numerology, it helps you to recognize what that's timing for you, because you have the first year of your life. You have a circle of life too besides numerology. You have a second life of circle, third life. Every number means something. But if you know the numerology between 1 to 9, and you can set your life according to those numbers. It's today, let's say 9 date. So it's a 9 date. Today we have to finish and wrap it up. Like on the 8 date, we're going to think about doing some business. On 7 date, we're going to be learning some knowledge. On 6
Right.
days, we want to be spend time with our family. On 5th date, we want to do some traveling or some introduction. On the 4th date, we want to stay low key, not to get in trouble speeding with the car because it's a low day. So in a hard work day. Number 3, it's a communication. That days you want to do communication. You're gonna want to meet somebody. Those things. Number 2, it's more feminine day. Day of. Number 1, it's a day of leadership. Put your feet down and make decisions. Okay.
Man up.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, so those kind of basic stuff, if you're going to start working, so look, I told you everything in one shot. That took me to learn over 20 years. But it's like
Right.
if you know the basic stuffs, if you start looking after them, you can maneuver your life towards those directions. I'm going to give you an example. When I opened my business after starting Numerology, we opened on day 28 because 28 is a wealth number. When I sign my contracts, I make sure I sign my contract on the 8th date. Okay, so it can be 17, 1 and 7, it's 8. Can be 20, 26, can be 26, is 8 on the 8. So you have days too, and also if you add all the days, it can get a number of days. So it's a lot of numbers to put together, but when you know the rhythm, it's very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well said.
That rhythm. That
And the
no,
patterns.
just
What
knowing.
was-
Yeah, knowing. That
Do you have any questions?
those are-
What would be your recommendation for me this year?
This year, so you are the year of the, let's say,
A
we have-
summary to understand, a quick
Can-
summary.
can you do the cycle of life? Like my cycle is 80 years, my cycle. Like, can you do this cycle?
Oh, what his light? Okay.
So-
Let me
So
see.
let me tell you, like, we can give you a little bit more. So what you can do is right now, so you're on fire, okay? So you are Sagittarius. For you, I think when you have to do, because you are very large with the money, you like to throw money away. You have to have more savings because it says like about Sagittarius, they have holes in their fingers. Everything they hold, their money comes falling between the fingers because they're very large. They live the life, they like to travel,
That's very true.
Right. And for Sagittarius, they're also very hard to be in a relationship. They're very hard for a relation because they want to be. I know that you have a number 6. That's what holding you having a family. But also, if they have your Sagittarius want to go away and travel, so you're actually fighting with yourself. Those things you have to start controlling yourself. Have a momentum. You want to travel. That's why you have to book your vacations. Another travel, so you're going somewhere. So now they give you curvings. So it's all you have to set it up. If that makes sense to you.
So
That's why-
he's actually in a 5-year cycle right now.
5 years. So,
Yep.
so for you
It's
to the
5
5
personal
second,
year.
it's like for you to introducing people. You want to always travel. Right now, it's like your momentum. You want to travel. You want to get out of the house. You don't want to be in the house. You want to get out. You want to be meeting people. You
Yep.
want to go and stuff like this. So
That's
You're craving
the comment
freedom.
that he did about
You're craving
being faithful.
freedom and new experiences.
Be on the
comment that he said
creation
about
side
faithful.
right now.
What was that? What did he
Be
say?
on the creation side right now.
created. So the thing is about you, number 11. That's one thing nobody talks about you. Number 11, you master number. It means.
And that's a sub
So the
life path.
non-numbers, if anything bad not gonna happen to you because you're above all the numbers. But it doesn't mean you don't have to be careful. All right. So you don't say, "Hey, I'm untouchable, go crazy." All right. So
Right.
you should definitely also always to be
Take everything in consideration.
exactly verified before you do anything. Trust and verify. Don't go blind, even though you
Right.
like it. But I can tell you, you're a very lucky person. The only thing is, I think according to you, Shirito, you're a very suspicious person. You have to learn.
Right.
You have to be less suspicious a little bit. Because you cannot build the wealth, but with your hands, you have to trust other people as well.
Wow,
So,
I can't believe how accurate you guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're feeling, if you feel restless or you get bored easily and you don't want to feel locked in or controlled,
You can ask my wife.
that would be, yeah. So, this is not typically like a commitment heavy year, and how this shows up in your real life is that it's hot and cold behavior. You're inconsistent with your communication at times, and you want what's closeness, and then you need space. And then you explore options, ideas, and directions. So even if you like that person, your energy is not naturally grounded this year.
Absolutely.
for you, it's
That makes
about
so
this
much
year. For you,
sense.
it's about wings.
It's about breaking patterns, experiencing life,
And
and
fly.
figuring out what you really want.
I am a butterfly, baby. You know that.
Spread those wings and fly.
And Mr.
Yeah.
Orion, we want to thank you for your fun and
Thank you very much.
I appreciate
It
you
was
joining
a
us.
pleasure. It was amazing.
Thank you
I'll
for
keep
calling in.
following you on all the platforms. I always follow you.
thank
It
you for
was
following.
amazing. Thank you very
Thank you very
much.
much. Have a
you
good
very
night.
much.
Thank you.
Great evening. And hopefully you can invite me one day
Oh,
to
yeah.
your podcast.
That would be
Go
great.
well. Why not?
That would be great.
Thank you very much. May God bless you all.
God
May
bless.
God bless all the listeners of yours.
Aw,
And
thanks.
it's time to believe in God.
Life is
To
good.
believe in God
Yes.
Spread God's word.
Amen.
And in,
Amen.
Amen.
and in
Amen.
2027, you're going to be ready to settle down.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hey, I'll sponsor you guys. It sounds like a deal.
Have a good one, brother.
Thanks,
All right, have a good
Soria.
one. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
God bless
Thank
you guys.
you.
Bye-bye.
Just
Love your
life is good.
That was
I
pretty
love this
interesting. Wasn't
song.
that good? That was a pretty cool call. You
Yeah,
you
that
pretty
was
much
really
Good
cool.
job, Shannon.
Thank-
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shannon, good job.
Benny, like you know the astrology, the Chinese zodiac, you know all of that, and you just spit it like it was like it flowed. It was nice. It was nice to hear.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying my best. You know, it's look, when you have those informations, it's easy to make movements, so you know what to be aware.
I think it's more knowledge than information.
Yeah, but it is
Well,
information.
and then what you do, and then how you learn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's knowledge.
Knowledge. Knowledge is powerful. That's what we are about. Number 7, we love knowledge. We're like sinking knowledge on the all.
And it's good to do that to people. Like when it was done to me, I was like, you know what? That's pretty fucking accurate.
Yeah,
It's pretty accurate.
When I was like, this is pretty on point for
Right.
that I could tell. You know, like you're a communicator. He's in number 3, life path.
I like it
So-
better than the horoscope.
And 5. So you
They
have
all
3
work
and
together,
5.
though.
yeah,
They
I know.
all-
I know. It's just, but this one feels a little more genuine.
It's the vibrations that you give off, in a sense. You know, like it's the
Because it's
energy.
numbers.
Yeah.
Numerology is way
The
more
physics
powerful.
numbers
It's
always
there.
great. Yeah.
It's there.
And we said earlier, there's and I think we talked in one of our previous podcasts about the cheat code. Let's say that versus the decode. You know, what I mean,
Right.
There is a way, to finding that out usually with the firstborn.
I have a question for you. You guys know what the one assassin Trump again?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
here we
crazy.
go with this talk.
No, but that's weird.
Good.
Third time, guys.
Is that his
Really?
third
Yeah,
or
it's the
second
Third
time?
time.
Third
Third.
time.
Oh, yeah, it is a third.
Okay, it was really weird. I watched a video and he's just like talking to this person who
Well,
came in.
he's a famous illusionist magician.
Okay, so
Perlman. I know him.
But they're
personally.
getting JD Vance out of the room, and he's still sitting there like, hasn't even looked up.
Yeah, but you know that
the
they
shots.
fucked him up and they threw him down really hard.
When
They did. That's
Trump?
the Secret Service.
outside off the stage.
Right there on the table.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. He even complained about it, and
Let's-
they even talked about it and said they hit him hard and slammed him to the ground and got on top of him.
Did they
To
edit
make
that? Maybe they edited
Oh, to
that
make
part
sure
out.
that he didn't get hit.
No, they did. They did it to protect him so he doesn't get
Yeah.
hit. And the guy that was doing the card trick next to him, he says he thought he got shot. How hard they threw him down.
But it was a shotgun.
What?
It was a shot.
The guy had a shotgun. The guy had.
No,
the guy
but he
was
shot
shooting.
actually, or didn't shot? I didn't
No, they didn't shoot him.
No, but he didn't
He
shot.
shot
He didn't
Alf.
shot.
He did shoot.
The guy
He
shot,
didn't
and
shoot him.
he hit one of the Secret Service agents.
He did?
Yes, he hit the guy, and the vest protected him. The guy's in the hospital though. The secret agent.
Well, yeah,
I
that's-
This was
that's
on
stars.
stage because then I saw a completely
Yes.
different video. Now
Well, you're
that's so
watching the-
scary that could be
Get-
AI. That could be
Get
like a.
off the
Imagine
TikTok.
that.
No, I'm not. It wasn't on. It was on Instagram or Facebook. One
No,
of those.
watch real fucking news.
or YouTube.
Watch
I-
real news. What is real
Right.
news?
What's what is
What is
real
real
news?
ABC, CNN,
general.
Okay, those
ABC,
are all
Fox.
those
Legacy
networks
media.
are affiliated
Oh,
with certain
No, but
parties.
they're not gonna show you fake stuff.
No,
No, not
They're
about
not-
Trump. Not about Trump though.
no, not about
shooting
Trump.
though.
World News Tonight,
I-
Dateline.
No, they can,
disagree.
they can manipulate
I
this. They
disagree.
can manipulate the story. That's right. But they're not gonna show.
They're not going to show that on live TV, on CBS, on ABC,
Right,
on Dateline.
yeah.
They're not going to do that.
I don't. I
They're not.
personally
If you
don't
wanna
have cable,
verify-
so I
If you-
use streaming
No, they
networks.
verify. They have to
They
verify.
have to verify. They will
Yeah.
get their asses sued.
They what they don't like about look. They don't
And
like
if they-
about media. The only thing they don't like about media is supposed to be neutralized.
Yes.
If I'm like right now, I'm a
Exactly.
host. I'm right now reading the news. I'm supposed to be neutral. Doesn't have to have
Yeah.
an opinion each
Right.
side.
But that's
so
not the
the
case
news does.
anymore.
What problem is the way they say fake because they're bringing their
Yeah.
own opinion.
If you watch Fox, you know it's going to be towards
Correct.
Trump. If you
Correct.
watch
So their own
CNN, you know it's going to
opinion,
be.
Correct.
So like
But
now,
if you watch ABC, Dateline, they're in the middle.
But the
For
fact
instance,
that they
right
can
now-
redact things is made it to
let me
where-
give you an example right now. Me and you joking. I touch you like this, right?
Right.
So they're not gonna show the whole story. They're gonna
They're
show
just gonna show-
Benny's hate her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of
Do you
course.
understand? That's
that I get.
that's
That I
what
get.
they're talking about fake, but they have to verify that. I don't think they're gonna show anything. Not real.
There's an agent in the hospital. He got hit. The bulletproof vest saved his life. The bullet hit him. The guy runs in and he starts with a shotgun shooting and pa pa pa, like like cowboys.
See, I'm watching this video.
The part that's most amazing is that they're shooting at the guy as he's running and nobody hits him. The guy was not hit once by a bullet. Not once did he get hit.
He fell down. He didn't. So when they got him up, they took J.D. Vance out first. Then they took Trump out. And in this video,
but Trump
they're showing
was thrown down. He was covered and thrown down.
Yeah, just for security reasons, you never know how it's gonna be, right? So
the way they make it look is
think
that he
about
was
it.
like kind of.
So
falling.
if that's saving his
see,
life,
man.
so you prefer a bullet or somebody hit him on the ground?
Oh, for sure. I would, but that
He thanked the guy that threw
this
him on
is-
the ground.
This is the video I was talking about,
Right.
where he's just here nonchalant, and they've already removed J.D. Vance, and then
He was
a
in the middle
minute
of a
later-
card trick.
Yeah, but that's so great because I heard the shot in the video, and they are
Yeah, he
oblivious
kept on.
to it.
He kept on like. Well, he said after that he thought it was a tray that fell down. He never thought it was a gun.
Oh, really?
He said, "Oh, I thought it was a tray." You didn't see the press
I'd be on
conference
high
after.
alert. I'd be on high alert.
He went still with the tuxedo right after. He was like, "I want this to happen. I want this to happen. I want it to still go back." And they were like, "No protocol."
Erica wasn't Erica
Protocol.
Kirk there too?
Yes,
and
she was there too.
bawling. I don't know. There is something about that woman that I do not like.
Well, she's
She
getting a lot
is-
of shit from everybody.
Well, she should be
She got
because
those
her
devil
husband
eyes.
just died, and she's out there trying to take over his role, and she's got
You saw
Wait,
what
his wife, what do you
Drewski.
want?
what?
His wife, he has a right to take his parole.
What? I'm sorry.
His wife, she has a right to take his role.
She
I'm
can
not
step
saying that she
into his
doesn't, but
shoes.
it literally, it's like within days. Like,
Doesn't matter.
okay,
Well,
if
they're
my
making
husband
they're
died,
making
No, it's
you
fun
not,
take
of her.
some
no,
time.
it's not nice what people make because people maybe she grave different from others.
100%.
So why you have to grave like somebody else?
because they also have recordings of her saying
maybe,
some pretty
maybe Charlie Kirk is not dead, and she knows about it.
Very well could
and
be.
she's not in seriously.
But she's also part of the
There's
conspiracy
a
that she
thought
killed
there.
him too. So
There's a thought there.
yeah, it's
No,
kind of
it's-
it's.
I honestly, to
I
be
remember
100%
that day
honest about
when he
that, I've
died.
never seen a crime scene. I have never seen a crime scene
Dude.
where someone was shot that was treated like
bullets-
that, where random people can just go take the camera down and there is no yellow tape and all of that.
The
It was
guy's
very
there,
odd.
his-
It was very odd.
bodyguard or whoever is standing there and he's clicking his glasses.
I don't know about.
I have a question for
after
okay.
the fact.
So
it was-
next
I don't
question
know
is
about
for us. Next question is for us.
Conspiracy
These are we're conspiracy theorists. We will say that. Disclaimer
I don't
has been
agree.
said.
I don't agree with any of it. The
So-
guy got shot in
he
fucking
did
live
not. Did you,
TV.
the bullet, the size of the bullet,
Went
that
right
would
through
have
his neck and it
exploded.
fucking
That would have
exploded.
taken his head off if it would have actually.
Depends how far is.
No,
I-
the guy was miles away.
No, that's
It would put out a moose.
No,
it would,
not a
it
mile.
re- it really
no
would.
miles.
It was like a mile away.
No, it's
on
no
top of a
mile.
fucking roof.
Research too.
And he was an expert shooter by his family.
maybe, but so if he's an expert shooter, definitely not that kid who what's his name that they,
the whole thing. But I mean, that's
That
the
they're
point of
blaming
it.
it on?
Everybody is gonna
Well,
have their
everybody is
their
making fun of
ideas
her
and
for whatever
stuff,
reason.
but
You saw what Drewski did. That guy.
where he
that-
dressed up as Erica
He
Kirk.
dressed up
Oh
as
yeah.
Oh, that was a
Oh,
big
yeah.
to do. She
Yeah.
was mad about that apparently.
Well, she sued him, but you can't sue comedy.
No.
Billy Ray Cyrus should have sued him then.
That's
Sued
why-
him because he dressed up
But
as a
people
redneck
mean,
white man
guys.
first.
People
It didn't look
mean.
just like
People
Billy
are
Ray
very-
Cyrus.
People are evil.
People evil.
But I
and this
honestly,
one too here is
look at this.
something about women. Something
Listen,
about
let me tell you,
boys.
if there, you
Mala.
can tell when somebody is being like, okay, they're going through grief, but they're showing up. That's a difference. She's like, spotlights on me, smile. I love it. Like
I have a
it
feeling
was-
Shannon doesn't like Erica Kirk.
Oh, for fact.
Listen, I never really even knew who they were until
They killed him.
until
it's okay,
Paula
Mom.
came upstairs while we were here one day, and that was I remember this day so vividly.
You had never heard of Charlie Kirk before then?
I had heard of him, I had seen
I
him,
love
but I
him.
didn't really
I was gonna
realize
say,
that that
I
was
Yeah,
saw
he
him
was
all the
good.
time. He
He
must
was
have been
really
in my
good. I
album.
love him
He
too.
was so genuine and
No.
so nice.
100%.
I
I
love him
watched
too.
him. I just didn't know that, like, I didn't put two and two together that it was Charlie Kirk. So I didn't really, so I have nothing, but.
Yeah, we're gonna
from
tell
what
you
I've
to
seen-
Erica about you. To forget about. We're gonna tell you.
Erica, listen, if you're
I
going
think
to
she's
be a
calling in 5 minutes.
if
Yeah,
you're
she
going to
called
be
in
a
5
grieving
minutes.
wife,
I want to see
like,
that.
don't be
cat
having
fight.
these phone calls with your Turning Point crowd about how great merch sales have been.
But do you know? Okay,
Take time to grieve.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Let me put something together for you. Okay, they're religious
Okay.
people. In the religion, you're not supposed to grieve more than 7 days.
I think this was like I don't know the exact time frame, but it was
please,
within a
let me
very
refer to
short
you,
time.
because you're not supposed to grieve more than 7 days. Seriously.
Nobody should tell you how long you should grieve.
No, it's not good for the soul because they are religious. In the religion, because what happens?
they're very religious.
Because what happens if you?
Who's very religious?
They are.
No, they are because they're Christian.
Super
Listen.
Christian.
Right. Listen.
So the 10th
I don't know if you
power.
guys know. If I don't know, let me introduce you to something new. People who die, they're actually going to real life. We actually consider like a death.
Reincarnation.
Right. So he's going to real life. Actually, for life, forever, the real life.
He's gonna
so
live.
basically, it's not point to cry because it's actually going. We stayed here. We should cry because we still have to
'Cause we're
fix.
here,
We still
right.
have to fix what we came for to fix it, or our sins. Do you understand? So
I
she's
do.
understand that in our
Baby just
religion. In
blew
another thing,
my
I'm going to tell you
fucking
why.
mind.
In our religious people, we have they lose the kids, 4 or 5 kids, and the parents they don't even cry. Because they're not allowed to by religion because it's not good for the soul. But when you complain, you're crying, you're bothering the soul because the soul in a good place. What are you crying for?
Well, okay, when you grieve, I can go to work, I can be here all day, fine, and then when I'm by myself, is when you grieve.
Maybe
a
that's
lot
what
of
she
people
does.
grieve, right?
Everybody's
do you know,
different.
though?
But
Everybody's
that's
different.
taken time. That's taken a lot of time.
But
also.
maybe she wants to
and
so
that wasn't my
strong.
husband or somebody that I loved in that capacity.
Did you ever see The Stairs? That documentary, The
No,
Stairs?
no.
Well, watch it.
Okay.
Okay. The husband gets accused of killing his wife, and
I saw Mercy.
She falls down. No, this is real
No,
life.
I know.
This is not. She falls down the stairs. They were having drinks in the pool. They're back. They've been married. He loves her to death. They're having drinks. All of a sudden, she goes in. She goes upstairs, whatever. She trips because she was a little drunk. She pop, fucks all her head up and dies. Well, they blame him that he pushed her down the stairs and that he killed her. It was like 5 years of trying to prove that this man, and because he grieves different. No, that's the way he grieves.
How did
He didn't.
grieve?
He just stopped.
Don't show emotions, I guess.
Right. Just he wasn't the same emotion as anybody else. But at the end, when you see that he testifies, you see how he breaks down and he's like, "This is my love. This is my best friend." And I'm like, you could tell,
When you
man.
see the real.
Yeah.
the
I'm like,
realness.
come on, he's real. Just because he didn't grieve and he wasn't.
That's okay. That's
You know.
okay.
Tonight-
When you can see that genuine. I don't see that in her.
Excuse me.
That's
So many
all.
people can play you too. So German
I'm
actors.
just saying. Hey, listen.
Yeah,
this is me
that's so
and what
true.
I think.
Man, what's gonna happen to you
I
tonight?
just
Charlie
don't-
Cook's gonna come to you tonight.
Evil.
Hey,
Oh,
and if
that sounds like a
listen, I don't want her to be.
Miserable.
I don't want her to be miserable. I'm just saying, based off of what everybody is seeing from what the media is showing us.
That's what the
it
media is
doesn't
telling
look
you.
good.
That's
Right.
what the
It-
media is
it-
putting in
We're
your
just
head.
talking about the
It's an
manipulation.
opinion.
They're
It's
manipulating
an
her.
opinion. It's my opinion.
Yeah, but they
Why is it
manipulated you into thinking
manipulation
that she is grieving
They worked on
falsely.
along with a lot of the world too. So why is it manipulation?
Yeah.
Because I think that, but when you guys can give an opinion, it's not. It's,
No,
it's an
we
opinion.
Nobody is saying such thing.
The thing is, we have facts first of all.
Nobody
We're talking
says-
about facts. First of all, her husband's dead. Some people say he's not dead.
No, everybody's going off the same facts. Actually,
Yeah, I mean,
He's dead, and he's
facts
dead.
are-
They have
the facts are the
evidence.
facts.
They have the gun.
body,
They have
they
the
have everything.
body.
And they're accusing the wrong person.
They have Tony Robinson. He's in jail. He's not wrong. How is he wrong? Everything leading to him. So he come to be candidates. Oh, I don't get it.
But-
I've been seeing
Well,
other stuff that.
There's
The
also
fuck does
I
Tony
mean,
Robbins have to do with this?
no, Tony Robinson. What is his wrong?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a wrong name.
The
What is his
fucking
name?
Tony
I
Robbins.
don't know.
He's a
The big
motivational
guy-
speaker.
The big guy with
the big guy with
the big guy.
the guy with the big hands.
We have facts.
What
I'm just
his
kidding.
name was?
Sorry, Tony. Says, sorry, Tony.
sorry,
She's
Tony.
had a
We
titty.
redact that
Sorry,
statement.
Tony.
We redact that.
What his guy was name? I forgot his name.
I don't even know.
Joe
that-
Rogan.
No.
No, it's
but
the shooter. The
shoot-
shooter.
I never knew.
Oh, it was a
He's
young
a young
kid.
kid.
He's a
Yeah,
young
he's
kid.
a
I
young
forgot his
kid.
name was.
Who's not a
I
professional.
just remember hearing about.
Well, he
about
is
So he
a
doesn't look like a
professional. He
professional.
is a professional. His
Let me say
dad
that.
said that they go shooting
Yeah,
all the
they used to do.
time.
He tied his cap.
And you see the video where he goes.
to be
he gets
yeah,
down.
because
and
to be
he's,
fair,
you know.
to be fair, I was an expert shot at 14. Like
Yeah,
I have a
that's-
Damn,
medal,
I'm not gonna
I have
mess
a
with
medal.
you.
So was I.
Have
My
you guys
dad
not seen
taught
my
me from
TikTok
little.
video? I was an expert shooter too.
but-
I hit my target right in the heart. No, I really wasn't.
No, I not, and I'm not. I just some kids. It's very uncommon for kids to be raised with guns, but
Yeah.
some kids
It's
are
where you grow
are
up.
raised with guns and raised shooting.
And his family was Republican. He just happened to turn woke, and he had a girlfriend or whatever, and he went gay, and he started ideology changed in his mind.
I don't know that I believed it.
Tyler
him,
Robinson.
whatever.
Tyler Robinson.
Tyler
was not
Robinson,
far.
Tony Robinson,
Tyler-
Close.
Tyler
you were
Robinson.
close.
I was close,
There was
guys.
a T and a Y
Yes.
in there.
No, a TNR.
It was pretty far of a sue.
I said we
lost it.
redacted. We redacted it. Isn't that what they do on the news?
Oye, Tony,
As long as you
opinions
redact
anyways.
it, it's fine.
know,
You
it's
don't
gonna
say
remove
it.
anything. You just redact it.
Perdón, Tony, perdón que yo no sé lo
say
que están diciendo.
But don't you.
But please, guys.
We're all entitled to our own opinions.
I have a question for you. Let me ask you a question. Think about it we are right now 4 of us, right? Right now, like you guys after me. I was the first one going. All of a sudden, I'm running back, screaming, you're not going to run after me? Yeah, suicide. Like I said, I'm running from you don't know, I'm running from them, screaming, oh.
I don't know what you're running from, but I'm following you. I'm
Exactly.
not
You know,
saying where.
That's what happened to Shannon.
That is not what's happened. I've watched
She's
so
sitting back and
many
looking.
videos.
She's
No,
watching.
she watching too much
And
Candace
I've watched-
Owen.
I do love Candace Owen. Shout out to Candace Owen.
She's
if you're
Taurus.
watching.
She's born on 29. She's Taurus.
Is she a Taurus? I know she was born on the 29th because she's 11. I know that.
Oh, April 4th. April 29th.
Oh,
Oh, she-
okay.
Oh.
Wow. All right, that's good to know. I knew she was the 29th. I didn't know what month though. No,
Yeah, she lost it. You're losing it too,
I
man.
don't have. Listen, she's actually not losing it. She
lost it, sorry,
No,
right?
she
she's
hasn't.
not losing it because she
is
already
friends.
lost it. That's what he says.
Listen, I watch what everybody else watches, and personally, if it were me grieving, I would be different. So therefore, I cannot relate to how she handles things. And then when you hear audio of certain things, it's kind of hard to be like, God, she sounds.
If anything, I lean towards Benny's little side comment earlier about he might not be dead because, like,
Oh,
I
he
said,
would definitely not be dead. I agree with that.
The crime
No,
scene.
I'm
The
going-
crime scene is crazy. To me.
According she
blood.
describing,
We're going-
his
The
wife.
why she is how
So
she's acting.
I will
yeah, I know.
automatically,
I know.
my brain goes there. Maybe she knows he's not a real dad, and that she doesn't showing
Yeah,
that
that
dead.
makes
I'm
sense.
just I'm saying
But
that
not,
coupled with
not
the
what
crime
you're
scene.
saying. He was not killed.
Or what if she was
Egyptians.
part of it?
This,
Wait a minute, don't forget the unicorns and
some
dragons.
clip here. Some clips killed them here. Or
The
Israelis
leprechauns.
killed them.
Leprechauns
Israelis.
in Israel.
Yeah.
It's the Jews, man.
always
Yeah, it
the
always
Jews,
is.
Jews
Always,
control.
it always is.
Jews
Because he didn't want to support them. So,
Wow.
yeah, I wasn't going there. I wasn't going there because I don't really care.
Yeah, we know what you think, though.
Yeah. But I just, yeah. She's just, I don't know. Her eyes, she's just creepy.
All right,
and
we
they say
get it. You don't like the
They
bitch.
say she was like, no, but that she was also like married to like the projection of what, he was going to be the next president. It makes sense. It's not the first time
So
that's
what's
happened.
wrong with it? She's
There's
wrong.
nothing
She's a
wrong with it.
model. She's a nice person.
She's beautiful.
So what's wrong?
There's nothing wrong with it.
He chose her. He flew her.
But there's always
What? But
There's
this,
more.
why he didn't
there's
choose
motives.
you?
No, I could care. I honestly, he was dorky looking. All right, I'm sorry for all you Charlie Kirk
The
fans.
next president?
It wasn't. He just was. Yeah, I'm sorry. If you're
doesn't
going to
do
be
it for you?
president, I'm not going to marry you because you're going to be president.
Has been
So I don't care
attractive,
about that.
honestly, that I think I've said Kennedy maybe.
None of them.
Kennedy,
Yeah,
come on,
Kennedy
man.
was
Kennedy was
Kennedy
Come
was
on,
yeah,
Kennedy
he
was
about the only
a
one.
good
He was
looking guy.
really
The only
good looking.
one.
He was a good looking
Yeah, but
guy.
he's Marilyn Monroe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they were in Cuba doing the cuchi cuchi.
Cuchi cuchi with his brother.
Arriba, ándale,
Don't
ándale.
forget Bobby.
Yeah, no.
But she's, you know what? At least Shannon, it made in the beginning of the conversation. She says she's a conspiracy theory. She's like conspiracy.
Yeah,
I enjoy them also.
I'm a conspiracy theorist.
enjoy them
I
also.
watch and I. What's wrong with it?
It's because it's not real.
How do you know? I mean,
Because you don't have the facts.
Yeah, you're talking.
how do you know that you have the facts,
I
though,
don't. That's
for
why I
facts?
we
don't
have
bother myself.
video. Your video.
No, I
does
don't
not
bother.
lie.
I don't. In first place, I don't bother myself. It's not my problem.
See, I view it differently. Where there are certain conspiracy theories that I am very much because I sat back and I didn't have any opinion because
It's not our
doesn't.
problem.
It isn't our
It's
problem.
not
I
my
could care
problem.
less.
So I sat back and didn't have an opinion, but saw enough things that I'm like, wait a second, that doesn't make very much sense. And then I saw that because honestly, like the moon landing, I am one of those that don't believe.
I have a question for you. If you were in our audience, do you think you would exist?
Do I think?
what
If we were now were the audience, those people would exist. They would exist, but now there would not be somebody.
in the world, right? Yeah.
There will be nobody because we're an audience. We give them the stage.
Exactly. But
And
if
and because we give them stage, they actually the audience, they're making the living because of us. Because people like us have different opinions and different things. That's how they
Our
make a living.
environment renders
You
as
just did a
we
reading.
go
There's
through it.
somebody listening out there that's like, she's full of shit.
Of course.
And I don't
everybody.
like her. I don't like that bitch.
Of course. And
No,
you
but
know
she
what?
fake.
That's okay.
Somebody
Same way.
can, somebody can
That's
say, I
okay.
like it. Why not? Somebody can agree,
Right, but
agree with her.
what I'm telling her
That's
is
okay.
that, you know.
And there's people that are going to agree or not agree. I mean,
Right.
it's a 50-50 chance. So, I mean,
But
Same
again,
thing
I think all due respect for everybody's
Yeah,
opinions,
for grieving.
I don't think we have a right to say anything about no one.
No.
I don't think so. We have a right
Nope, not at all.
because we don't know the truth. We don't have the facts. It's not.
and you're not
ours.
her.
It's not ours.
Maybe that's the way she
And
grieves.
why are we getting
Maybe.
why are we getting in people's life because they're in public? I
because
hear you.
they wanted that life.
Interesting.
They wanted that life.
If not, we wouldn't have a podcast.
Exactly, 100%. I was just about to say, and that they wanted that life. They are in the public
No,
eye.
but they don't want
so
the-
with that comes people talking about whether it's right or wrong, or it's the life they signed up for.
With great power comes great
I have a question for you. Would
responsibility.
not drive you crazy sometimes? People would say on the comments is not true.
You can think what you want.
Exactly. That you just made his point.
You can think what you want.
just made
Listen,
a
I'm
point.
allowed to say whatever I want to say. Freedom of
And
speech.
she's allowed to grieve
And
the way she wants to grieve.
But yes, but
at
it's
the
not
same time,
just
she's
talking
allowed
about
to
the
have the
grieving
opinion
part.
about her grieving the way she wants to
Exactly.
grieve. So it all
Exactly.
goes in the.
Yeah, full
It's just
circle.
the way she.
Hakuna Matata, bitches.
It's the way she comes across does not seem sincere. That is the ultimate part on
And
how
I get it
feel.
because Drewski brought it out to light, and everybody started making fun of it, and that's probably where you got it
No,
from.
I
'cause
haven't
you
even
saw
seen
that.
it. I haven't seen that act. I
No,
saw.
a lot of people were saying in the beginning everything
Right,
right now.
that she was
Right now, what's going to happen right now?
disgenuine.
They about what happened yesterday. They're going to say something about her just running away. Somebody cares. They're probably going to say something. You want to say something about this?
No. I saw that. I
Just
saw
kidding.
that, but I don't care about it. But she did. She was supposed to show up to something. And I could care less that she.
She
didn't
was there
show
last
up.
night
I know,
when
and
the
she-
shooting
she went,
happened. So
"Woo."
she's
Yeah.
representing constantly, and she's part of like the
But
administration.
who was
now.
she before? Like when Charlie Kirk was
Oh,
still
she was
alive.
very famous. She was
No,
good.
She had
was
her own
doing
thing.
very well.
She had her
Yeah.
own thing.
She was Miss. She was in one of the Miss America, one
So
of those
was it
shows in
sign off?
California, right? No, this is like 2012.
Doesn't matter.
No, she was
I
doing
never
shows.
heard-
She had a
personally,
podcast.
I
She
never
was
heard
doing
of,
shows.
of Erica Kirk
But it doesn't have
until
to. You
Charlie
don't, but
Kirk
you don't
died.
know. But you don't know everybody.
I don't. I've never claimed to. So
All
what are
right.
you trying to prove?
I'm trying to say it's okay not to know everybody.
And it's okay for me to have my own opinion.
Of course, but why wrong opinion?
But what? That is your opinion.
I believe everybody's entitled to their
That's
own
your
opinion.
opinion.
Just keep them to yourself.
So you
If we
probably
wouldn't
That
have a
was great. That
podcast
was
if we
priceless.
kept our opinions to ourselves. If we have a podcast, we're
I
not
need to
here
We're
get
allowed
a-
to
twiddle
share our
thumbs.
wrong opinions also.
I need to get a boxing bell. Go ding ding.
Yeah,
Go,
I mean, this is
motherfuckers, go.
insane.
It's two Taurus, head to head.
I'm the nice Taurus, though.
Yeah,
There's three types of Taurus.
I don't think you're nice talking about Erica
There's
Clark
three
like
types
this.
of Taurus.
You don't think
I'm the
about,
first one.
you don't think about Erica Clark nice. I don't think you're nice.
Listen, do I ever talk badly about people? No, but
Now
if
you did, that's
I
it.
did, yeah. And Erica, guess what? You're the first person that I get to talk about. So there you go. You should feel special. No, woof woof, woof woof. I'm a dog.
Yoda.
Ooh, I like that one. I like that one.
Okay, so that's pretty much, we're already an hour into this.
All right.
Oh.
So you know what that means.
Life is good.
Time to sing, baby. This is a good one. I liked it. we have a caller, and from now on, I think we're going to start having people calling in.
Life is good.
That was interesting.
And we had
Let's talk about it.
agreements.
Life is good.
Conflict in there.
Don't stress about it.
Don't stress about it, baby.
Life is good. Just live your life.